Hi everybody, it's Patrick from 8-Bit Doodads. I'm going to do a really quick update video for Wednesday on my Corvus OmniNet and talk about, give you a preview of what we're doing for Saturday.
Say, kids, what time is it?
It's 8-Bit Doodads time!
Okay, if you look to the side, you'll see that I have three Apple computers running. There are two Apple IIe's, and in the center is an Apple IIgs, and they're all networked together using Corvus OmniNet. And I'm just going to mention here before I reboot them. The left one is currently running ProDOS. The one in the center is running Apple II Pascal, and the one on the right is at the login screen for the Corvus OmniNet. I'm going to log that into Apple CPM so you can see what that's like. So we've got three different machines with three different operating systems, all booting off one centrally managed hard disk. So if you followed along on the camera, I rebooted two of the machines and logged in with Corvus user and ID. One was for Pascal, one was for ProDOS, and the one on the right you see is running CPM. And in fact, I can go over there and load WordStar on that machine. And if I wanted to, I could load AppleWorks or VisiCalc or what have you on the other machines. So all of these are talking to, if you look up above, you'll see a Corvus OmniDrive facing forward and one facing in reverse with the yellow cables hanging down. That's the disk server that's serving all of these machines. The reason I'm giving you this preview is for this Saturday's video, I thought it would be interesting to do some benchmarks to see how different devices perform reading and writing files. And there are some benchmark utilities, and I'm going to go over that. There's both ones for the GS and there's ones for the 2E. And I thought it'd be interesting to compare something like this, which is a Apple II memory card that can act like a disk drive. This is a 1 meg card. So that would be kind of the fastest. But as you know, and I've done in previous videos, this is a new SCSI implementation, SCSI drive implementation, and I have one of those. I also have the MicroDrive Turbo. I have both a 2E and a 2GS version, which will perform differently in those two machines, and I thought it'd be interesting to test those. One of the cards that's very well liked in the Apple II community is the CFFA 3000, or the earlier version that emulates both hard drives and floppies using either compact flash or USB drives. So we can test that. One of the latest cards is a BootI, which uses a USB stick to emulate hard drives. We have things like the Yellowstone, which is like a Lyron floppy emulator controller. It can support smart port hard drives. They're not going to be anywhere near as fast as these other things, but it would be great to benchmark against those. the floppy emu that plugs into this that emulates those devices. And I thought it'd also be interesting if we can. This is a Ethernet 2 using ADT Pro and VS Drive, which can allow you to mount a virtual profile drive across the Ethernet. That might be interesting to see how well that performs serving up hard drives and what the speed's like. And lastly, we have, which has become very popular lately, the FujiNet adapter that plugs into the Lyron card and emulates hard drives and floppy drives. It would be good to do that. So that's what Saturday's video is going to be about, is trying to do benchmark all these various new technologies that are plugged into the Apple to emulate older floppy and hard drives. Last thing, I got to do a call out to my buddy Greg. He's got me into the 3D printer scene, and one of the things he printed for me is this floppy box that holds 50 or 60 floppies, and you can see it says 525, and it's got my Apple floppies. We're going to make a series on this. This thing is so much more compact than those things that raise up the lids, and they fit on my shelves well. I think I'm going to do something where I do the same design, but put Apple across here, or Commodore, or Atari, or IBM, so I can sort in these kind of boxes my different floppies. But that takes a lot less space on my shelves than some of those other disk containers. So I thought I'd just give you a preview of that. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned for the Saturday video that we're going to dive into the performance of all these different storage devices.